Aloha patrons! I had a lot of people inspired by the tacking video and want more instruction on riding switched. So in this video, we'll take another look at riding toe side. For some wing foilers, riding switch is natural. They might come from a sup or surf foil background, and for them, shifting their feet at the end of each run is as foreign as it is for a windsurfer to ride switch. This video is to help the latter. When learning anything new, it's always a good idea to wear protection. We're going to separate flying the wing from riding the board by practicing with the wing on the beach first. Anytime you're practicing on the beach, you want to have steady wind at a moderate speed. Without the wind, it's just your imagination, and if it's gusty, then it's giving you inconsistent feedback on your technique. Practice flying your wing on the beach to warm up. Then turn and face the wind direction. With your feet pointed towards the wind, turn your upper body and hold the wing on a starboard tack. Practice the basic skills of trimming the wing. You should feel a lot of twist in your torso. Push your knees into the wind and practice shifting your weight fore and aft. You want to spend enough time doing this that it starts to feel natural. Practice both starboard and port. Back on the water, there are a few techniques to get into a switched position. The easiest is exiting a jibe. Another is to get up on foil switched. And another, and probably most difficult, is shifting your feet while you're underway. If you're going to try and shift your feet underway, it might be good to go back and review the section of my jibe video where I talk about how to shift your feet. The easiest way is going to be from a jibe. In fact, as soon as you pass dead downwind, you'll be riding switched. From here, just practice subtle turns and then abort the jibe and cut back toward shore. When you're riding switch, don't muscle the wing. Focus on trimming the foil and finessing the wing's power. The further you turn to windward, the more you have to push your knees into the turn, twist your upper body, and pull the wing in tight with your back hand, or sheet in. If you're uncomfortable twisting, you can shift your feet to face the front of the board. But the further you face the front, the more difficult it is to shift the weight fore and aft to trim the foil. Normally when I go into a jibe, my back foot's on the center line, my front foot's a little bit to windward. So I'm going to go a little bit more over on the rail on each side as I go into the turn. Now when I come out of it, I'm facing more the front of the board. I'm not twisting as much. This might be a little more comfortable for you. It's still tricky to ride switch, but the twist isn't quite so intense. Being able to ride switch has its advantages, especially when it comes to tacking, as well as a number of other freestyle tricks. But also in the waves, it's really nice to not have to transition your feet between wave rides. Here's a quick tip to get on foil. I'm pumping the wing and pumping the board in unison, bringing my elbow down to my kneecap. So I'm doing a crunch as I do it. At the same time, I'm looching the board forward, kind of thrusting the board ahead of me with each pump. Get a little speed. And we're off. Foil. You want to pull the wing and the board together doing a crunch. So in this case, I'm bringing my right elbow down to my right kneecap. At the same time I do that crunch, I'm thrusting the board ahead. Like an ooch, board ahead. I use a harness so I can pick my nose.